What's going on, guys? Skoks, Chicago Blackhawks Central here, going to wrap up the Hawks game today. 3 p.m. puck drop. A bit of an earlier game on a Saturday matinee. Not quite, because that's usually 1 p.m., but 3 p.m. early start time. Definitely an interesting game to get into, but the Hawks did end up winning in the shootout 4-3 final score. So we'll get into that right after I roll the intro here. Yeah, so Hawks Kings on Saturday afternoon. Final score 4-3, and definitely an interesting game. What's up, man? Yeah, definitely an interesting game. Starting out the first two periods pretty flat. Definitely some of some of the worst performances that we've seen to start out a game. Do not like how they started out at all. Um, all around, basically. Not really a specific line, but the tone was not there. The speed was not there. Definitely did not show up on time once again, but very, very ugly. Let me bring up the um, lineup so we all have an eye on that and we can refer back to that. So if everyone can see that just fine. Let's see here. Yeah, so first line, a little change going on here with Ryan Donato starting out on the first line with Bedard and Khrushchev, but that quickly changed up. I don't have the exact amount of time that Coach Luke did jumble the lines up a bit, but he did mess with the lines later on. Bedard was with Bertuzzi and Hall for a little, but still not a great game for the top line, trying to find the best combo. Teravainen um, down on the third line in Donato's spot. Um, is that justified? Maybe, probably. Looking at his performance in the last 5 to 6 games, no points, but just not a big factor on the ice right now. But he's not someone that you're going to be healthy scratching. He is a, you know, unestablished player in this league, Teuvo Teravainen, as a top six guy, and definitely not looking to scratch him, but needs to find his mojo again, and definitely needs to get something going here to get on the board. And I, fully believe that he will. So, really hoping that he steps it up tomorrow against the Anaheim Ducks at 7 p.m., I believe. So that'll be after the Bears game. Everyone could hop on and watch the Hawks versus Ducks if you have a way to watch, right? Very frustrating still. Yeah, but looking at the second line, Hall, Foligno, Bertuzzi. Big game from Bertuzzi in uh, a lot of facets of the game today, just playing physical. Thought he played with more control along the boards, just keeping his head up, looking for a pass, and staying in front of the net, which he did later on to tie up the game in the third period with less than a minute to go. Big goal from him. He looked like he just won the Stanley Cup. Great goal from him. Happy for him. Happy for the team just to get a goal on the board, tie up the game late in the third period, which we haven't been able to do when we pull the goalie. Just seems like the other team gets an empty netter every single time. Just can't get or can't keep the puck in the zone, but we do. We did convert late in that third period. Bertuzzi came clutch with that late goal. Yep, definitely a big goal for him. I believe that's his fourth goal of the season now, and definitely uh, he's turned around his game after that first little road trip. starting out the season, right? I did not like his game at all to start the season. Just seemed kind of lost out there, but definitely did pick up later on after those first 4 or 5 games. I think he's been playing pretty awesome now. So Jones did a great job keeping the puck in the zone when the Kings were trying to ice the game. Yeah, Seth Jones definitely had a better game tonight. Um, just recently, against the Sharks and a few games before, he's really uh, just got it on kind of like my bad side. Uh, don't love how he's been playing recently, but I do think that he's been more in control this game. But I believe I did say was it last post game or the game before, but I think Alex Vlasic is the best defenseman on this team now. Um, Maybe not the most talented overall because I think Seth Jones has a whole lot of talent, just the way that he skates and shoots. Um, Obviously, a lot of talent for his size at 6'4", but Alex Vlasic at 6'6". I think he's the best all around defenseman on this team now. And yeah, if Seth Jones could keep up this play, that would be really, really nice because he's paired up with Wyatt Kaiser just recently, right? Coach Luke and staff, they have a bit of a different look on defense now. So we'll get into that after the forward lines. But Mikheyev, Dickinson, and Teravainen, not a whole lot from the third line once again. After Jason Dickinson's big year last year, 20 goal season, right? That's pretty big for him, and hasn't had a whole ton this season. Just just starting out here early in the season, but not a whole ton from Jason Dickinson. Mikheyev, we've talked about him. He doesn't do anything for me really. I mean, he only has an empty net goal. Doesn't create a whole ton on offense. He has some speed, but didn't seem very fast out there today against the Kings. Just I'm pretty disappointed with that um, pickup, that acquisition. And I know he wasn't the big part of um, the trade from the Maple Leafs, right? But definitely not very impressed with his game so far. But do like that um, Teravainen is on the third line, uh, and I think that is okay for now, just to get his mojo back. See if he could get something going with uh, Jason Dickinson, possibly tomorrow against the Ducks. That's what we're really looking for here. But let's see here. So when the Bedard shootout goal, it didn't remind you of some vintage Patrick Kane shootout moves. Yeah, definitely. When Bedard hit the brakes at the hash marks, that's definitely vintage Patty Kane stuff. When he hits the brakes and puts a little move on the goalie, pretty nifty. And all you need is a quick 1-2 move in front of the crease, right? Whether it's back to your forehand or you try going for a backhand shot, which Teuvo Teravainen did go for that 1-2 to his backhand and roofed it over Darcy Kemper. Very nice shootout move from Teravainen and Bedard. And we'll talk about Donato's move later on. But Donato, man, he has been unbelievable. I don't think we've uh, predicted that he would have the type of the start to the season that he's had so far, but Ryan Donato has been unbelievable, and he's not the most skilled player on the roster by far, but definitely knows how to play his role. Um, really love what I'm seeing from Ryan Donato. Unbelievable, and I believe it's because it counted for the shootout goal, but not in regulation, but that would make it what, like 7 goals now. Just unreal. Yeah. So leading the team in goals, just awesome to see for him. Good for Ryan Donato. Think he plays hard. And that last line, Maroon, Reichel, and Craig Smith on fire once again. The Batman and Robin of the fourth line. Lucas Reichel has been unreal since he's been back in the lineup. He was scratched the first 4 or 5 games. I believe it was 4 games, right? To start out the season, and then he gets in the lineup, and he seemed like the player that we saw at the end of what was it, the 22-23 season, where uh, he really stepped on the scene with Max Domi and like Double A and Philip Kershaw. I think that was 22-23. Could be wrong if anyone else remembers, but his stint at the end of the season, coming up from Rockford. But Reichel definitely seems like that player right now. Would love to see him get on the board now, right? Pot in a few goals here. I think that'll just skyrocket this season for him because he's looked very good since being put in that lineup with Craig Smith on that bottom line. I wouldn't move him anywhere. Just leave him on that fourth line with Craig Smith and Maroon. Maroon, I know we talked about it before, but I'm not too impressed with his game. I know he brings physicality and size and, just experience, but I would rather have like a Joey Anderson or a Double A on that bottom line with Reichel and Craig Smith. I think it just offers a little more skill, speed to help out Reichel and Craig Smith. Just have 3 guys go into the zone, rather than Pat Maroon just falling behind because just super slow. Yeah, so I would love maybe someone a little quicker down there, possibly a Double A or Joey Anderson. Healthy scratches right now, so I would love to see that. But Vlasic, Murphy, stout game from them as well. But they were sort of protecting Allen and Phillips. I, Isaac Phillips getting in the game for TJ Brody. I'm totally cool with that, and I know we've talked about that before. Just get Phillips in there for Brody. He's been brutal to start the season, just kind of slow, just not making great decisions. This is not prime TJ Brody anymore from the Flames days, right? He's getting old and slow now, so I'm fine with playing Isaac Phillips. Just offers a little more size, speed, and a bit of skill. So I like what I saw from Phillips in his limited time with Nolan Allen. But it's nice to see the young defenseman getting playing time. Phillips, Allen, Vlasic, Kaiser, just roll with it, man. I am totally fine with seeing the young guys play because that's what the development is all about here. Let me pull up the game stats really quick, and we will wrap it up for today. Looking at tomorrow's game against the Anaheim Ducks at 7 p.m. But wrapping up the Kings game, Tyler Bertuzzi with 1 goal. Philip Deneau, Hawks legend, he gets a goal and an assist, 2 points. And Alex Laferriere, 2 goals for the LA Kings, and he is the first star of the game. Looking at a little of the team stats here, 40 shots from the LA Kings. Definitely expected a push from the Kings team. Definitely a talented team. Just looking up and down their lineup here, and I think they play hard. They play fast, so I was expecting a big push from them. But shout out to Peter Mrazek as well, making what is that 37 saves today. That's very, very good against a a fast team in the Kings. Hawks only had 21 shots. Definitely started out slow, like I said. Only had like 9 shots going into the third period, so not great at all. The hits were pretty even at 25 and 24 Hawks. Penalty minutes 11 for the Hawks and 9 for the Kings. So would love to stay out of the penalty box as much as we can. Don't love seeing that. It seems like our penalty minutes are just very high this year. A more veteran lineup, but still have a lot of penalties. Yeah, would definitely like to clean that up. But LaFerriere, let's go over the scoring here. LaFerriere, he gets his power play goal about 4 minutes into that first period. Hate to see a goal on the board in the first 5 minutes, right? It's just not good at all. Just a very, very sloppy period. Um, and once again, in the second period, LaFerriere, he scores about 18 and a half minutes in that second period. Did not remember it happening so late in the period, but yeah, there was only about a minute and a half left. But hate to see that go down 2-zip going into the third period. And the intermission, live show on CHSN, they were definitely talking about the performance so far, and definitely did not love that at all. But Philip Deneau, Alex Turcotte, they get the assist there. Third period, Nick Foligno, good goal from him. Once again, I believe that was in front of the net from Nolan Allen, his third assist, and Foligno's fourth goal. So nice on the captain there. Also getting a fight tonight on I forgot who he fought. Would love to pull that up, but do not remember. If anyone remembers who he fought tonight, definitely let me know. I cannot remember. But shout out to Nick Foligno, captain Fliggy, once again for stepping up. Maybe a weird timing for that fight. I believe it was in the first period, but hey, man, if that's what it takes to get this team going, because started out flat in the first two periods, so uh, any push, any momentum, that would be nice. So Craig Smith from Lucas Reichel and Alex Vlasic, another assist for him. Once again, his sixth assist and Lucas Reichel's um, fourth assist on the season. He flies up the right boards. Um, man, haven't seen him skate that fast in a while with the puck, right? Shoots up the right boards and gets it over to Craig Smith down the mid slot and just snipes it past Darcy Kemper. What a play. I was going nuts on that play. That was a beautiful, beautiful pass and a beautiful goal from Craig Smith. Who would have known Reichel and Craig Smith are like the dynamic duo to the start of the season here? It's it's crazy to see, but uh, we'll take it from Reichel. Looking to have a bounce back season, and he's definitely starting out hot. So we love to see it. But Philip Deneau, he gets on the board once again. Hawks legend from Trevor Moore and Kevin Fiala. He always seems to kill us as well, even when he was on the Minnesota Wild. And he gets over to Deneau and pots it in past Peter Mrazek about 12 minutes into that third period. So we're looking at 3-2 LA, and then pulling the goalie later on in the period with less than 2 minutes to go. Seth Jones, Ryan Donato assists, only his second assist of the season. Ryan Donato, because he's been just busy scoring goals the whole time, but gets it over to Bertuzzi in front of the net, ties up the game, 3-3. And I wish I could show the clip, but I don't want to get it, flag down here from overtime. The move from Bedard, just trying to take over the game, uh, get us home, or get us over to Anaheim with a win over the Kings in overtime. Puts on a bunch of moves in front of the net, down the slot, going nuts. Puts on a deke on the left side. I believe it was a toe drag. puts a move on. Darcy Kemper hits the post going far side on his forehand, so shooting right, but definitely a close shot. Almost scored, would have went nuts if that goal went in. Got the puck back, circled around. Um, he circled around and uh, put on another move past the two defenders and tried sniping it once again, but I believe it was off the mark. But man, he was trying to end that game like right then. Yeah, man. Uh, Everyone definitely watch the highlights from tonight's game. A lot to see, especially with Ryan Donato's goal. Yeah, so it cannot show the shootout, but Bedsy scored the quick move that I mentioned earlier, the 1-2. Teuvo Teravainen on the backhand and Ryan Donato. Um, Awesome goal from him. Sort of like a Jonathan Toews. Like usually we don't see Toews put on a whole lot of moves, but when he did put on a deke, he was going to be patient with the puck, and Ryan Donato put on a deke, was patient with it, and tucked it in past the goalie's right pad. So back to his forehand, shooting left. Really nice goal from him. Just stays hot, scoring goals. We love to see it. And yeah, cannot wait for tomorrow. Need 98 to get on just to get on the board somehow, right? Whether it's on assists or scores a goal, but I think we would all love a Bedard goal on Sunday. This is 7 p.m. Yeah, so on a Bears game day, let's get a Bears win and let's get a Bedard goal because I think that would be awesome. And shout out to the Rockford Ice Hogs. Last night they won last night against the Grand Rapids Griffins, I believe, and they just played the Chicago Wolves in Rockford tonight, but they lost 3-2. A lot of prospects scoring today. Martin Misiak scored. Sasha Boisvert scored tonight. So a whole lot going on. Check the account on Twitter. Definitely have all of the highlights up from tonight all around the Hawks system and from the game. So definitely check that out. But we will be back tomorrow for Hawks and Ducks. The Sunday matchup, back-to-back games. So we will see Arvid Soderblom in net for we'll see him in net for the Ducks game. So Peter Mrazek will get a break. I believe that was 6 games in a row, or maybe even his 7th. Just crazy stuff. But we'll see Soderblom in net for Sunday's game against the Anaheim Ducks. So we'll see you then, and let's go Hawks.